Alarmid.
And what are some of the things that your vision includes? Do you have any specifics that you see coming down the road in terms of changes and new ideas that you have, or is it just too new and you're still getting your arms wrapped around it?
No, I think as I said, there are three things we're trying to do. One is to really step up and provide customer leadership around the SMB segment, and to hold up a mirror and a benchmark for how Microsoft can serve that segment better than we have historically, better than we are today. So that would be one very important priority, and clearly the opportunity we have with the products that are coming out this year in terms of making them available for the segment, in terms of enabling the channel. Just think about the upgrade opportunity around Windows 7. There's actually 300 million PCs out there today, business PCs, that are technically capable of running 7, but they're running Vista or XP. That's an amazing opportunity for the value-added resellers. If you're one of these 50-person companies, and you are,
a little bit smaller than that in our case,
right? And you have your local, clientele, your local customers that you're serving. There'll be a customer out there who's got 100 PCs, who, right now, will see this great new product come out and probably think he or she has to buy 100 new PCs to get at it. That's not the case, though. Because here's a product that works great on up to 3-year-old hardware. So as a reseller, we want to make sure you're able to go there and do the refresh or the upgrade, depending a little bit where you are and what the state of play and the customers is, and do the upgrade to Windows 7, and then build your infrastructure around that with all the advantages that entails.
I do think that there's a really big need now that I'm seeing, and that I think that a lot of partners are seeing in the community, because people have held off so long, and frankly a lot of it was media created, but people have these XP machines that are getting really long in the tooth. Hardware is failing, and so now I think that there's this pent-up demand that we're going to see this push and sell through, because in the SMB space, many PCs are, the operating system comes with the PC. Yeah. That's the way the clients see it.
And that's been the only way to do it, really, because the upgradability of our previous operating system releases hasn't been, most of them have demanded more hardware that's in the market at the moment. So that's changed. Yeah. Now, of course, the ideal scenario here is where you have that customer that has some older machines, you want to do a full PC refresh on those. Right. Then once you see 7 at work, and you see how much easier it is to work with, you see how you can take your XP applications and put them into virtual XP mode. So none of the pain that we had around older applications with Vista. Then, as a VAR, you can come back and say, well, why don't we look at the other 30 PCs that you kept because they're actually current from a hardware point of view, and we look at upgrading them as well.
I completely agree. We've seen inside of our business, we've been running the beta and the RC, and we're seeing that machines that are older than 3 years, frankly, that were running XP, and maybe a customer gave them to us because they just don't want them, get rid of them, and we're like, well, it's okay, but we'll just set it on the shelf. So we threw Windows 7 on it, and it's faster than it was when it was running on XP.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. The other thing that I think is a great opportunity this year for the VAR space is we're coming up with a new server SKU, which is the Windows Foundation server, which is a pre-installed server. So from a VAR perspective, maybe that can sound a bit threatening because it comes with the server. So you're not selling the first server license. But this is really aimed at a market of 23 million businesses worldwide that have 2 or more PCs but don't have a server. Today they might be buying home server. They haven't gone and bought Essential. They haven't gone and bought Small Business Server, but this is going to be a very competitively priced, very cost-effective solution to get your basic backup, your basic security needs fixed, your basic file and print, your basic networking, and the opportunity to sell more and to sell services on top of that server, along, of course, with the PC refresh we just discussed, is going to be very, very, very exciting. And then, at the end of the year, Office 2010. You saw the product, technical preview. You all got you're getting your access keys now, and you can download it. It's going to be a fantastic product for SMBs. New SKU there as well, which is the Office Home and Business. Mm-hmm. So Home and Business is there may have been businesses who bought Home and Student for affordability. That's not an appropriate SKU for business use. Home and Business is. It's got the same core products, so Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote, and we add in Outlook. So you really get exactly what you need as a small business. So that's the third big opportunity I think you'll see this year.
Well, I just have to say that from a VAR perspective, this is just such an exciting time to be a VAR because we've got fantastic products coming down the pipeline. And even just as simple as I just have to point out, OneNote is such an amazing application, but you couldn't get it in Office Small Business. And so there was like, what is Microsoft thinking? And now Microsoft has fixed it.
Yeah. No, we fixed it. I mean, once you get socialized to that application, once you start using it for, whether you use it for planning your personal travel or you use it to, take meeting notes, whatever, it's an extremely practical way of dealing with your personal notes. And this was the right thing to do. This is going to bring that opportunity to small business. They should have had it before, but now we're fixing it.
Well, one nice thing too with Foundation or with Small Business Server, you can share those OneNotes too. It's kind of interesting. We had a woman in our peer group to actually just sit down and show us how OneNote isn't just a one-person application either. Is that it can be a shared application, and it just blew all of our minds how you can use it with SharePoint as a back end and so on. It's amazing. So neat stuff that's happening with Microsoft.
Now there's a lot of neat stuff happening, and if you think about these technologies and what small businesses want to do these days, they want to make sure they spend less money on stuff that cost them a lot before, such as travel. They want to make sure that they get fast into new niches, new opportunities that get created by the economic times we have. And if you think about these products, such as OneNote, such as the new collaboration opportunities around Office 2007 and 2010 and SharePoint, these are just the right product for the times.
Absolutely, and that Microsoft is now giving partners a way to embrace the cloud, but still give clients a comfortable way to ease into that, because many small business clients particularly are not comfortable with the cloud. Maybe if they're 21 years old, but really realistically, people want a fat client. They want that experience.
No, they want that, but at the same time, though, I mean, as a VAR, working with your customers to in an appropriate, staged way, explain and expose the cloud. A little bit like the Microsoft Partner Network is the great equalizer, or can be the great equalizer for partners. The cloud really is another great equalizer because it brings the ability to scale instantly. It brings the ability to take capability that large corporations only had in the past and give it to your local barber. Or this local web startup that comes up with some service, got a couple of thousand users, a couple of tens of thousands page views per day, and then suddenly, boom, they do Play for Change, the fantastic Facebook hit that we had when we opened they do something like that and they just explode. What are you going to do? If you're a small business like that, you investing in servers, getting all this lined up, you can't do it with Azure and with the cloud services that we're coming up with. We're bringing that scalability to the smallest of businesses, and it can be delivered by the smallest of VARs.
Hey, thanks so much. I've been enjoying this conversation so much. I honestly could talk to you for another 20 minutes, but we're running out of time. But I just really want to thank you so much for the time that you spent with us today. And I can't tell you that we're just excited to have you leading our SMB space. And I know that we're going to see a lot of great things coming this coming year and longer.
Thanks. That's much appreciated. This is the biggest opportunity, bar none, that we have as partners and as Microsoft, and I'm very gratified to see the enthusiasm we share about this.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.